Hey guys, it's GalaxyGorilla coming at you with Songs of Six. It is time for the Balti Crawling Empire to begin. So, as you can see, I have put a little time and effort into this just to kind of like speed through the opening process because I know the beginning of these types of games can be like a little me, 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 me. So, I thought it would be fun just to kind of push ahead a little bit and show you guys what I've done so far. So as you can see, we are already at 80 people. I am pretty proud of this design so far. I know in the past I've kind of always had that sort of issue of going a little too big, a little too fast, but I think this is really nice. So this is currently our main housing plaza. So something that certain species like is, they like roundness. They like having, more circular places. Well, I don't think I've really seen a species who really likes, squares. There might be one, but I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head at this point. But I've been wanting to try to play around and just keeping my people as happy as possible. So yeah, we tried experimenting a little more with circles, as you can see. I'm actually pretty happy with how this storage house came out. I feel like it looks really good. And we've just got like a couple like mishmash buildings here and there. We're doing pretty good with carpentry. We got a janitor set up. And this is going to kind of be like how our general housing districts are set up. It's going to have 10 houses with just, a bunch of like little winding pathways just so there's no like, there, nothing gets really like super clogged up. We've got wells on either side, we've got some hearths, and we've got a bathroom in the center here. I'm actually really happy with how the housing community looks right now. Eventually, I'm gonna, make a more priority zone for the throne, but for now, this is going to be where it sticks. Our current major, works is we have this right here. We've got a pretty huge woodcutter. We're going to kind of use this to support the entire settlement for a while. It's pretty huge. I've made it to its max dimensions. We have a fishery over here, which is, raking us in a ton of stuff. And thankfully, we have clay right next to the city. If you guys don't know, Garthimis love clay because most of the things that they need is made out of clay. For example, these little things right here, these humidifiers, they're kind of like their own little decorations, and that's what they use to, increase their happiness. And if you take a look, I'll zoom out a little bit more so you can see more of the map. Literally right underneath our settlement, we've got metal and coal. That's going to be awesome for, production and exporting. But our main goal is to just get like a ton of slaves, build a huge slave empire. So while our species of Garthimi are going to live inside the caverns, we will have the other, lesser races living out here, producing food with farms and all that sort of stuff. I'm realistically thinking the species we're going to enslave the most of is humans, but that's also a little tough because humans are a little crazy. Because Crotonians are really good at farming, so we can just kind of build like a huge, like multi-segmented farm over here by this lake and just kind of stuff all the Crotonians over here. Maybe we'll have like a small Dundorian slum where they can live and produce items for us. And lastly, we'll have some humans for the sake of, research and technology and that sort of stuff. But I think it's going to come together really well. Let me see. Is there anything else I want to show off before we get this rocking and rolling? Let me see. Let me show you. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, yes, our titles. We do have some titles going on right now. We've got the Artisan. We've got Herdsman of Intelligence. That one was a pain in the butt to get, but I'm really happy we got it because it's going to beef up our Balti crawlers. And lastly, we have the Nudist. Don't get me wrong, there's a couple that I wanted. I wanted the Slaver, but I just didn't really have like the necessary setup to kind of have it. So hopefully we'll get to, unlock this playthrough. And then I think, was there one more I wanted? There was, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. I'll look through them again a little bit later, but I do want to get this, like, rolling. Yeah, let me know how you guys feel about this so far. I'm feeling really happy with it. I think at this point what I'd like to do is number one, I'd like to start digging down here and setting up more foundries and stuff, but at the same time, I want to just start getting some research going. We also need to start getting the Balti mine set up, but I'm just trying to figure out where I want to position those. Because realistically, we don't want the industry too close to... What's noise like right now? Let me see. Noise, 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 noise. It's a little noisy, but it's nowhere near where we're living, so we have no issue with that. I think Dondorians are the only ones who are partial to having noisy things near their houses and stuff. So I'd like to, keep it nice. Let's hunt a couple of these Balti crawlers. Making sure we're sticking up on food and such. We could do a mushroom farm. That could be kind of neat. Set that up over here or something. Let me see real quick. What do Garthimis like to eat? It's not in population, it's in access. Food preference is fine. They're like adoring the fish and the meat that we're having them eat. But I'd like to figure out what they like to eat. We could start letting them put clay and stone in their houses. I think the stone is fine just because we have a disgusting abundance because we've been, digging into the mountain. So I think that's totally fine to let them have that. Do you guys like clothing? Yes, unfortunately you guys like clothing. It's a little annoying. Food stalls, wells, lavatories, skinny dipping, hearths. That's all looking fine so far. We're gonna turn off the retirement age just because you're not allowed to retire. Everyone's a slave. We can keep the tourists away. I'm not really seeing like what food they really like. I wonder if you like hover. Oh well, actually I'm a ding dong. What am I doing? I could go over here. Yeah, check out a mushroom farm. No, we don't really like mushrooms. Well, I guess no. That's more of like, are you good at farming it or not? That's not really like if you like it. I don't know. I'll look into that more later. I do like to diversify my food sources just a little bit. Let's activate this job here and just let our people start digging a little bit further into the mountain. We don't have a lot of people with like free jobs at this point, but I don't think that's too bad. Honestly, let's go to 100. That's going to open up some more jobs. We can head on down here, put some more people on the fishery. Let's go ahead and just max that out. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not making us a huge amount of fish right now. What's the production looking like? It's just because of proximity, which is weird. You're really not that far away. So we'll let them dig that out, but at the same time, we want to start thinking about laboratories because we need to just at least get a little bit of research going to the point where we can make clay roads so our people can start running faster, but so we can also start just getting like some of the more basic technologies to really boost us up. That's kind of like the big goal right now. We're spending a lot, we have like a lot of clay saved up, so I'd like to make something like that happen. Let's see what we can do. I think it's in logistics. It's not in logistics. It's in administration. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here. Kind of leave some space for like a hallway. Make this a 6 by 10. Wonder how large we can make these stations. Okay, that works right there. Put down another one right there, and then we cannot squeeze in. We can do one more like that. I think that works fine. And let's stretch it out just a little bit. Okay. I mean, we've got the, like, we're producing enough wood. We're not, like, hemorrhaging. Honestly, we're not really hemorrhaging anything right now. I do want to get the Balti crawlers up and running just for the simple fact that we do need to, start acquiring food. But at the same time, I am kind of placated with just operating the fishery, and I think another thing I'd like to build real quick is a quick hunter. Let's see what we can do with the... Okay, no, it doesn't have to be like... I don't want it to be like super huge. Yeah, I think we can make something like that work. Actually, hold on. Let's shrink it down a little bit. Let's see... No, one more. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's a little yellow, but it's not that bad. Put one right there. Put one right there. Put one right there. Put one right there. Shrink this down a little bit. We can put one right there and another one right there. Now, here's the real question is, can we get to 100% efficiency with a setup like this? I think the answer is no, unfortunately. So we're going to have to knock away... I think we're going to have to expand this and make it a little bit bigger. Which isn't like a huge deal. We'll do like one larger. Yeah, go like that. We don't have to fill up the entirety of it. It's going to be a little pricey, but it's not terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can do like 2 thin ones like that. Boom, boom. Put a couple... No, we don't need walls or anything like that. Actually, hold on. We're going to probably want to back this up just a little bit. Yeah, 1 away from right there. And then switch over to this. Just to kind of have those act as like doorways. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm a donkey. Hee-haw. Shrink those down. And just pop some over there. Yeah, there we go. That's better. All right. Beautiful. We have, that's 12 hunters. Now we just need to get the efficiency up. That's going to be the annoying part, unfortunately. It's going to be a little expensive. Here, let's start off with, like, the baby slots. The easy places we can kind of, like, plug these into. Obviously, we've got the 4 corners. Okay, nice. We can put some right there. Put one here, put one there. This is going to cost us a lot of furniture, but I think it's going to be worthwhile. I know this is a bit of a big building, but I'm hoping it will pay off decently well. Okay, that's going to take us up to 70. And that's going to take... Yeah, I think this might be just a bit too much, unfortunately. Can we leave it like this is my real question. Yeah, let's get rid of those real quick. That's going to take us up to 75. And then can we fit like another decently big one in the middle here? No, not really. Put that right there. That'll take us to 90. And then stick like a couple. I think we could do like the corner ones now. Wait, what? Why can't I... Oh, that's annoying. I like to keep my stuff somewhat symmetrical. Boom. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be a pricey building, but honestly, I think it's going to be, like, really worth it. All right, and we are back. I decided, let's, what I'm going to start trying to do in these sort of videos is I'm going to start trying to jump cut around a little bit more just to, make these sort of videos a little more digestible just because, there are a lot of times where I will build something and I'll kind of make you guys hang out with me and as things are built, and I think it might just make the videos a little bit better if, I do jump cut around a little bit, especially when we start doing like huge projects. We're almost done digging a little further into the tunnel. I've gone and set up another section down over here just because, we do want to start hollowing out this area and turning it into our next place of business. So what I'm thinking is a little further down this way, these are going to be the Balti mines, and then on this downward section here, it's going to be a little bit more of like our industry, where we have our coal, where we keep our metal. And then another thing I'd like to do is, I could just cut open some holes in this area here to match this up here so that there are multiple ways in and out of these areas. Because realistically, we do kind of like, if you take a look, this is how many people we have in our workforce right now. We are running a little low on workers. We need more people. So what I think our next project is going to be is exactly that. Trying to just build a new housing district. Let's go ahead and suspend these jobs here. I don't want our people taking too much time out here. They do have stuff to finish up over here. But let's start, building out a new housing district. I think that would be a good idea. So we're going to go over to here. We're going to do the copy area. And unfortunately, we can't really do this as something really easy like you might hope. We're going to have to do this chunk by chunk. Because for some reason, when I set it up like this, it is not too keen on it. Because, like, for example, if I were to, let's see, that's right, back to back. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all it does is it doesn't even like set up the housing compartments. All it does is just, set up the areas in between, which I think is a little silly. So let's go ahead and cancel this right here. And I think what we might need to do is, what does room copier do? Room copier is just for stuff like this. Okay, that makes sense. So let's see what we can do. Let's just do this. Like this centralized area right here. Boom. All right, copy. Okay, not terrible. 1, 2. Yeah, because we want like a pathway in between to be able to lead to our different housing areas. Okay, because it's not counting rooms and stuff. I see that now. Interesting. That's a little annoying, but we'll have to figure it out and kind of like design as we go through. So let's do this. Let's pause real quick. And then see what we need to do to make this work a little more smoothly. Copy the area. How much of this did we get? We got all of this, so we're gonna need this right here too. Right? That's one away? Yeah, it is. Okay. Boom. Kind of float our way over here. And then if I'm feeling pretty correctly, this is like lined up how it should be. Right? Yeah. Okay. Because now at the same time, it's also ignoring certain bits and pieces of this, so we're going to have to go through and kind of like manually set that up ourselves. That's really irritating, honestly. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So 5 by 6. 5 by 6. Yeah, just kind of like throw down all the houses and stuff. All right, this is, yeah, okay. The room copier is being a little stupid right now, but there's not a lot I can do about that, unfortunately. I'm just gonna have to fill in the gaps on my own. Which is not really terrible. I mean, I guess it gives me like an idea on how to like set up and build these sort of rooms on my own. I mean, like, I think that's correct. That looks about right. Because, yeah, then we shave that in right there. And then all we need to do is just add the houses on the other side. 5 by 6. This is going to take a while to finish, especially because we have a lot of people who just kind of won't have how we don't have a lot of active workers right now. But as always, this is just kind of like the growing pains of any kind of like early settlement. That looks about right. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And then let's do this to connect them together. We can do one right there, and then one right there. No, because that would crack open into their houses, and that wouldn't work. Then we can set up another hallway system like that. Maybe set up some like buildings or businesses here. Okay. Honestly, I think this looks this looks really good. I think this might be one of the best things I've designed just yet in this. Let me know down in the comments below how you guys feel about it. Actually, you know what? I think this might be a good place to cut the video because next time I spin this up, I can just have this all done and we can go from there. All right. This has been a fun, beginning to our Balti Crawler saga. If you guys have any tips or tricks for, playing the Baltis in general, just let me know. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Galaxy Gorilla out.